The Great Boston Fire of 1872, the disaster that remade urban America. Just 1 year after the devastating Great Chicago Fire, the city of Boston was struck by its own massive conflagration on November 9, 1872. Igniting in the commercial district, the fire raged for over 12 hours, scorching 65 acres and obliterating 776 buildings. This was a tragedy of immense scale, causing an estimated $73.5 million in damage, nearly $2 billion today, and was a disaster explicitly warned against, caused not by fate, but by a catastrophic mix of urban planning negligence and bad luck, the perfect storm of vulnerability. The commercial heart of Boston had experienced rapid, unregulated growth after the Civil War. The underlying causes of the catastrophe were structural. Narrow streets allowed fire to jump easily from rooftop to rooftop. Many fireproof brick and stone buildings featured highly flammable wooden Mansard roofs, which provided abundant fuel. And building owners lacked incentive to implement fire safety, as property was often insured above value. This urban design maximized the potential for destruction. The Crippled Response. The Boston Fire Department's efforts were doomed by two critical infrastructure failures. First, the city's water system was profoundly inadequate, suffering from old leaky water mains and low pressure that prevented fire hoses from reaching the upper floors of the tall buildings. Second, the fire engines were pulled by horses, but the entire equine workforce in the city was incapacitated by an ongoing epidemic of epizootic, equine flu. This forced firefighters to haul heavy steam engines by hand, drastically slowing the response time. The destruction of the commercial heart. The fire quickly engulfed the heart of the city, destroying over 1,000 businesses and 20,000 jobs as it fanned eastward toward Boston Harbor. As the flames melted iron shutters and crumbled granite columns, city officials, against the advice of Fire Chief John Damrell, controversially ordered buildings to be blown up with gunpowder to create a fire break. This desperate effort was largely unsuccessful. The fire was eventually contained by midday on November 10th, though not before nearly destroying the historic Old South Meeting House. The economic catalyst. The financial losses were immense, yet in a bizarre economic paradox, the fire created an opportunity for significant prosperity. Economists note that land values in the burned areas immediately rose, reflecting the enthusiasm of investors to rebuild the area simultaneously and better. The destruction removed the patchwork of old, low-value buildings that had slowed the city's development, allowing for the construction of superior, high-value structures and permanently improving the quality of the commercial district. The legacy of safety regulation. The tragedy was a hard-won lesson in urban planning. The post-fire investigation revealed that the disaster had been foretold by Chief Damrell, whose requests for upgraded water mains and better equipment had been ignored. In the aftermath, Boston took action, appointing a city architect and dramatically strengthening its building codes, which led to restrictions on building height, mandated fire-resistant materials, and contributed to the creation of what is now the International Association of Fire Chiefs.
The fire started in the...
Conclusion. The Great Boston Fire of 1872 was a testament to the devastating power of neglected infrastructure. It forced a vibrant, growing city to be born anew, leaving a lasting legacy of modern safety standards and proving that the true cost of unchecked growth is measured not just in dollars, but in the failure of systems. If you enjoyed this deep dive, follow and subscribe the channel for more videos like this.